Welcome back. We will be looking at the general rules of setting a transfer price. It's very simple, actually, right? Because it's very logical. And in order to look at that, we're going to look at it this way. We will be first trying to understand what is the minimum. Let's say you're the selling division, I'm the buying division. We're going to discuss it that way. So for you, right? The minimum price you can sell your good at. Let's say you're manufacturing a component that I'm buying from you. I'm an internal division. I'm not an external customer. The minimum price, minimum absolute price is your cost, your variable production cost. In fact, that will be the minimum. The maximum price I will be willing to buy it at, the maximum, right? That I won't limit, is the price that you sell the product to the external market. So the external selling price, external market price, is the maximum, right? Because I'm definitely not going to pay you more than that. That's the maximum transfer price. The minimum you will accept is the variable production cost in the context of a production entity. So this is the range. You have to understand that transfer price will never go beyond these two extremes, these two limits. That's the first rule. The second rule is actually fairly straightforward because this is the second and the only rule when it comes to um, setting the transfer price, and that is that the transfer price is the total opportunity cost for the selling division, right? The transfer price is the total opportunity cost for the selling division, and that is made up of the marginal cost, which is the minimum, as I said, the marginal or the variable manufacturing cost, directly attributable cost, plus any lost contribution. That's how it works. So essentially, when we said that the minimum price you would accept is the marginal cost, what we are saying is that in this formula, the lost contribution is zero. So just I'll explain it in a simple way. Let's say you have a product and you can sell it, which I'm interested in buying. I'm a divisional manager, and you have absolutely no one outside that are ready to buy it. I'm your only customer. So by selling to me, are you losing anything? Do you have any loss contribution? No. Then very well, you can sell it to me at the marginal cost because your loss contribution component is zero. That's the minimum price. The maximum is, let's say you have a product and I am one of your customers, but you have 100,000 units of that product, and there are more than 1 million customers outside who are ready to buy it from you. Now, if you sell it to me at your marginal cost, aren't you losing? Because you could actually make more money by selling it to the 1 million people who are waiting buy from you. So will you sell it to me for any less price than, because even for the company it's a good thing that if you sell outside, you're making the maximum revenue, and that is coming into the company, and the company also benefits from that. So if you're generating some of that even to me, then the price you are willing to accept is not less than the maximum price, because every unit you're selling to me, if I try to negotiate with you, if I say, look, can you give it to me less, unless it's like a friendship or something, you will not reduce it, because you will tell me, how can I reduce it? Because there's someone waiting. I have 5 calls for this unit, right? I can sell it to them. So this is business, right? This is objective business decisions, like not personal basis. This is what the logic that you have to say. So at that point, what's happening? Marginal cost plus the entire profit, right? Entire contribution that you're making on that product by selling it to the external price becomes your loss contribution if you sell it to me. That total makes up the external selling price. That is how the maximum transfer price is set. So with that understanding, you can work out the rest of the examples, which are very clearly illustrated in your study text. So these two flowcharts is the context of how you're setting up your. These are the scenarios. Okay, let's look at it from the scenario perspective. Scenario 1, as I explained, there's a perfectly competitive market for the product or service. That is, there are unlimited customers outside for to buy your product, then transfer price becomes the market price. You have surplus capacity, so there are customers but not unlimited. So you sell it, and then you have surplus units. You fulfilled your external uh, external demand. So there's nobody, asking for the product. The surplus is what I am ready to buy as an internal division. Then you can sell it to me at the um, marginal cost of the product. That will be the minimum price. The minimum price that you will quote me is the marginal cost for the surplus units, right? For the surplus units. The third scenario is that the selling division does not have any surplus capacity. You don't have surplus capacity. If you're selling me, it means you're losing an external customer. You're losing the opportunity with the external customer. So in that case, your minimum selling price will be the marginal cost with the lost contribution. In most cases, it will be at least marginal cost plus the fixed cost overheads without the selling and distribution component, because that is something without the expenses that you have to spend to get the good from your premises, your factory, to the consumer. So without that component, until that point, you can price the good for me. Okay, so generally when we use this type of approach, this type of method, we call it a cost-based approach, because you're starting from the base. Your logic is based on the cost, what you're spending to manufacture. That's your beginning. Your minimum is the marginal cost. So you're trying to recover at least that. And there onwards, you keep working upwards. So it's end of the day, it's a matter of negotiation between two divisional managers. Me and you, we can sit down on table, and we can discuss this, we can talk about it, and we can arrive at a negotiation. And because most of the time, because it's an internal transfer, and you want to maintain good relationships with your other divisional competitive managers and all of that, divisional managers are able to arrive at more negotiable prices. Because just because you're losing external customer, what if that customer is in a different country? What if that customer is in a place, a remote location, which is very costly to do a transfer or to do a sale for? What if there's a lot of branding and marketing is involved, and you have to expense a lot of indirect investments and indirect costs to make sure that this product is moved to the external consumer? So when you look at all of that effort, it might actually be good for you to sell the product to me. So this is the understanding with the cost-based approach. And there are alternative methods to transfer pricing, which is what we will be looking at in the next segment. Thank you and good luck.